guys, welcome back to Sunshine Theme Parks. We are back here at Universal Studios Florida for another update here in the park. We're finally doing a Halloween Horror Nights update. I know I've been really behind on this stuff, but screw it, we're here today. We're gonna go check out all the new setups that they're doing for this year's Halloween Horror Nights. I'm gonna talk about some of the announcements, show you some of the merchandise, and we're just gonna see anything else that's new around the parks. We're gonna go over to Islands of Adventure also and see all the new stuff that they put up for Jurassic World Rebirth. So join along. So you guys already know we have to go into the 5 and Dime to see all of the new Halloween Horror Nights merchandise that they put out before the event starts. And most recently they did announce the Jason Universe Haunted House. Speaking of Jason, the Jason Bourne stunt show just dumped, so that's why all these people are pouring out of the store right now. So we're gonna give them a time to head on out of the store before we go in there. But we have the frame out here for the Jason Universe merchandise reveal, which we are gonna go inside and see. Of course, this is the second official house announcement for the year, the first one being Fallout. And we did get a little like teaser confirmation thing, something for Five Nights at Freddy's, but it wasn't an official house announcement. They're just saying that Five Nights at Freddy's will be present here at the event this year in some capacity, and more details will be revealed later. But of course, that's most likely going to be a haunted house as well. It's just that was not an official reveal, so there was no merchandise to come out or nothing else for it yet, at least. All right, so walking into the 5 and Dime here, we have the Halloween Horror Nights display. And this year they're doing something brand new. They have this frame here that you can buy. And every time a house gets announced, they release these little pieces that you can just stick onto the frame until it completes the whole thing with each announcement. So of course, that was the first one with the Fallout, and then the most recent Jason. So we can expect Five Nights at Freddy's and maybe Terrifier, Art the Clown coming up next. And then another one going in the middle there. Very exciting. Can't wait to see the full completed frame. Over here we have the official key art for the Jason Universe Haunted House, which is the main artwork that is all over the merchandise. Just like this mug here. Jason Universe. It's gonna be a $20 mug. Not too bad. And of course, the Jason Universe shirt. Now, right now, as I'm here, they are running out of sizes. They only have extra smalls in this store, but you guys can always check the All Hallows Eve boutique in Islands of Adventure to see if they have other sizes and more of the merchandise if 5 and Dime runs out. But here is the front of the Jason Universe shirt, and then there is the back. Very, very cool merchandise. By the way, the Jason Universe shirt is $33. And then of course, originally they released, before the haunted house announcements, these Never Go Alone shirts. This is the back of the design, and here is the front. And on the back of here, they still have the first piece for the Fallout for your frame. In case you're a little behind on getting your frame and you don't have your pieces, you can still collect them. And of course, they still have all the merchandise available from the Fallout announcement, including the Fallout t-shirt. This says it's an extra small, but it seems kind of large for an extra small. This shirt is also $33. You see, they also released this cup here for this haunted house. Now, if you want the frame, you'll have to go to behind the counter. That's where they're keeping the frames. You have to ask behind the counter and they'll get you one. Oh, you know, Doc Brown just taking a quick glance at the Jason merchandise. There's a curator in there behind the mirror. The curator, as you may or may not remember, is the character from the tribute store, I believe last year. Oh, we have Betty. Hello.
Hi there. It's me, Betty Boop. Aw, boop 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 boop. You still there?
As I was trying to say before, you know, our icon here, our superstar Betty Boop walked in. The curator was the character that was in the tribute store, I believe last year's store or the year before. Honestly, the years are starting to fade for me for Halloween Horror Nights, but it was a recent store with the comic book theme. He was the character in there. Likely he'll return again, maybe in the tribute store this year. We might have another comic book released, continuing the story of the tribute store. That would be awesome because I love last year's comic. I'm hoping they have another comic this year. I would definitely get that. We'll look at more merchandise inside stores around the park later on in the video, but we're gonna go ahead, take a quick little lap around studios, and I'm gonna show you some of the setups that they started doing for this year's Halloween Horror Nights, which is very, very imminent. I'm very excited, but also I am very worried about this year and how it's gonna go. And I'll tell you more about my worries for this year a little bit later in the video. Stick around. We got a line up for Beetlejuice right over here. And it may not quite be HHN time yet, but that doesn't stop Megan for making a reappearance in the park. Yeah, she's back. She's back in the park. She's not here at this current moment, but the popular Megan Horde from previous Horror Nights are starting to appear here in the park during the daytime for a limited time to promote the new Megan 2.0 movie. And they will usually come out right around here in front of the horror makeup show. So when you're in the park, make sure to keep an eye out for Megan. All right, so as you can see right across from Mel's Drive-In over in this little area, usually they always have like a little bar area set up over here. And last year they did the scare actor like photo opportunities over there. And now there's some setup for whatever they're gonna do over here this year. Probably more of the photo ops because I'm pretty sure they were very popular last year with them. And of course, there will be another bar in that area. So some setup is already happening for that. But something far more exciting, in my opinion, is this truss right here, right in front of the Central Park Lagoon viewing area. We haven't had a truss go up in this area for years. Last time we did was when they did a lagoon show. I believe it was Ghoulish that they did out here for Halloween Horror Nights. And then in years since, they haven't done a Halloween Horror Nights lagoon show at all. That was mostly because of the preparation for the new Cinesational show that took a little bit of time to get going. But now that Cinesational is done and is open, and also the drones have returned to the show recently, it seems like we are getting a Halloween Horror Nights lagoon show returning as well. This is very exciting. It's going to add a lot more offerings to the event, and it will definitely eat up a lot of the crowds during the show times, which is very much needed. We really need to eat up the crowds this year. We really, really do. So I'm very excited to see this standing here. Very excited. Reconstruct? Is that you? Just passed over here in the Simpsons area, we can see the tents for the Halloween Horror Nights houses. Oh, they're beautiful. I can't wait to go back there. You can see even an Enterprise truck rental parked right on front. They're getting those houses ready, y'all. All right, out here just past Men in Black and by the old Fear Factor stage where they host Nightmare Fuel. We got a bunch of trusses over here. This is exciting. Right here is usually where they have the two houses that you gotta walk like 5 miles to and from to get to, just to get in line for, by the way. Not the line doesn't start here. This is where you just go to get in the line, which is way back over there. But this is where a house will be here and a house will be here. Two different ones, same entrance, same exit. You go all the way back there to the houses that are actually back there, and the line for both of them will actually start and separate back in that area behind Men in Black. But you will enter through here in the park. And we already got the truss set up for that. And then just over here, we got another truss getting ready for Nightmare Fuel. Truss right here, and a truss down there. Very excited. I wonder if this year's Nightmare Fuel show will continue that circus storyline from last year. I wonder if we'll get the next part in that story. I wonder. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to pick it up from my phone camera audio, but they are definitely working on that stage in there right now. There's a lot of sounds coming from inside the theater. They are definitely getting it set up as we speak, or at least as I speak, recording this footage right now for you guys. They are getting it set up for sure. I really hope you guys are able to hear that audio. I have no idea if it's coming through. The skies are starting to look a little unfriendly around here, so I'm gonna try to speed up this vlog as much as I can. I still need to make my way over to Islands of Adventure. By the way, the Jaws bathrooms are under construction. There's an update for you. All right, and just on the other side of the old Amity bathroom, we got another truss right there, right across from London. And I'm sure, speaking of Diagon Alley, I'm sure the Death Eaters will return once again this year. I thought that man was Rick Splicks for a second. All right, right across from King's Cross Station. There it is, another one, another truss. And then right here, out by the exit of Fast and Furious Supercharged, we got this whole setup here. Now, if you guys watch Kevin Heimbach and his update videos, if you don't, definitely do. They're a lot better than mine, and a lot more information you can get out of them. But if you don't, then he has stated that this scare zone is rumored to be like a dance party scare zone, some type of scare actor dance party area. So that's gonna be interesting to see how they pull it off. Right now they are decorating this area with some of the Jaws 50th anniversary stuff. We're gonna check in on our little slice of Amity here, but we also have this little Legendary Truth sticker right there on this Captain Jake sign. Legendary Truth for you HHN lore heads. You already know what that is. If you don't know, check out my Halloween Horror Nights lore video for more information. And for this Jaws area, check out my 2 videos going through this area, especially the one with Skipper Voltaire. Plugging in 2 of my videos. Speaking of skippers, there's one right now. There they are. She right here, also right over here. Come here. Hey, Doc.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
Oh, okay.
Up against the street lamp. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Minding my own business.
As
Nothing
always.
criminal about that.
As always.
Don't worry about this wire. That's proprietary technology. Nothing you need to know about.
Wasn't even gonna ask.
You no need to ask.
No, I was gonna ask.
Wasn't even there.
No.
Because I wasn't here.
No, I mean.
And this street lamp wasn't here either. Nothing at all happened. In fact,
Okay.
I'm hanging with my buddy Ringo today.
Where'd he go?
Me and my old
hey.
friend Ringo. We
Okay.
go back way back. We time traveled to the Jurassic Park. Ringo did.
Oh, that is way back.
Talk about that either.
Yeah.
Take a photo.
Oh, I haven't seen this before, but Shaggy is gonna drive away in the mystery machine.
Oh, so she shot.
Far out. Look, I have a ruby ring.
So, you guys may or may not heard that Rip Ride Rocket, this big old roller coaster right here, will be officially closing permanently this August. It was originally meant to close in September, but the closing date got pushed up to August now. And the replacement for this roller coaster is fast approaching. In fact, Universal has already started getting ready for construction way before this ride is even closed. Yeah, that's right, this ride is still operating, and Universal has started preparing for its replacement. We can see in these bio-reconstruct aerial photos, some areas that the current Rip Ride Rocket ride compound do not touch are already being cleared and prepared, and construction is starting for the eventual replacement for Rip Ride Rocket. All the permits confirm that, and Universal themselves have already confirmed that this ride will be going away. So the official closing date for this ride is already on your screen. So if you guys care to come on out here before Rip Ride Rocket's final ride, make sure you do that before this date. Then this ride will be gone forever. And if you guys are gonna miss this ride, over here by the little gift shop by the stage, they do sell the Farewell Tour 2025 shirt for Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Rip Ride rocked it. It's a pretty cool shirt. Even though I'm not a fan of the ride, this shirt is pretty cool. Very cool design. So all you Rip Ride Rocket fans, make sure you get this to commemorate this ride's departure. Even though I'm not a fan of this ride, I do admit that the whole skyline of Universal Studios is never gonna look the same ever again. This is definitely a staple in this park. It's for sure a staple of the park. Just the imagery of this coaster, how tall it is, where you can see it from, it's so engraved in the image of Universal Studios since its opening. It's gonna be weird to see this park without this, but we do have another attraction incoming to replace this one. Hopefully it'll be just as good or better for all of you roller coaster enthusiasts. But speaking of what will replace Rip Ride Rocket, there's some construction walls. Like I said, they already started prepping for its replacement way before it's even closed. And there's already construction walls over here by Rip Ride Rocket that may give us a hint at what the next attraction could be. Let's go look at that real fast. So you guys may or may not know that over here, back in the day, Universal Studios used to have a Ghostbusters Spooktacular show. And the entrance for it was right here. If you ever notice, this little firehouse facade is a replica of the Ghostbusters firehouse, but ever since the closure of the Ghostbusters show, they removed all of the Ghostbusters elements from it. just leaving a little Easter egg in the window for it. I believe it's in the other window actually. But now with closure of Rip Ride Rockit imminent, there is this sign right here for a restoration of the historic Engine 89 firehouse. A restoration, you say? Engine 89 firehouse, you say? Look at the image on screen now. Could the new attraction replacing Rip Ride Rockit be a Ghostbusters attraction? Perhaps a Ghostbusters roller coaster? That would definitely be really cool. Universal Studios is in desperate need of the Ghostbusters to return to the park. They already did in the Mega Movie Parade here, which is amazing. I love that Ghostbusters section of the theme park or the parade. But having a permanent Ghostbusters attraction returning to Universal Studios would definitely bring in the numbers. So hopefully that's what we'll get. Oh hey, there's this going on. Okay. Cool. We'll take a quick look at that.
Okay, you're out. Head on over here. You're gonna grab find a chair, sit on up.
I fear I'm a little bit in the way of this. Oh boy. No idea what's going on behind me, but hey, that's pretty cool. Was not expecting to see this today, but here it is. I guess this is some school, a nearby school that got invited out here to the park to be part of some parade for their school. And I'm guessing they're gonna march down that way, down New York Street. That's really interesting. Wow, look at this dude's on. What is that? 3 wheels? What the heck? Wow.
Is proud to present the Jim Dandy's Children's Circus of Scarborough, Maine.
Wow, all the way from Maine? Guys, we're gonna head into the Universal Studios store real quick. I'm gonna show you guys some new Marvel merchandise. It's really cool. And then we'll head over to Islands of Adventure. The sky has not opened up for the rain yet, but some clouds are still moving around the area. Not behind me, but definitely in front of me. The heat is on full blast. Trying to get this done quickly. I don't want to be out here for much longer, but we're definitely gonna make our way to Islands Adventure. We got lots of stuff to see over there. Well, let's head into the studio store. All right, Universal Studios store. Now, with the opening of Epic Universe, you do not have to be at Epic Universe to get some of the merchandise because they got them here in the main parks, both here and also at Islands Adventure and of course City Walk. You can purchase Epic Universe merchandise. Right here, they got the How to Train Your Dragon merchandise up at the front, mainly due to the brand new live action movie that just came out, but they are selling their Isle of Berk merchandise over here. Get your selection, not everything that is available here is what is available at Epic. Of course, you have to be at Epic Universe to get the full scope of the merchandise, but here in the main parks you can get just a little taste. Just a little taste of the merchandise. And right here in the Super Nintendo World section. And then some Dark Universe stuff is over here. And fairly minimal collection of the Wizarding World merchandise from Epic is right here. But we're gonna go back over here to this area. We have, I call this the Disney area of the Universal Studio Store, since we have Simpsons and Marvel, two properties that are owned by Disney. But of course, the theme park rights for these two properties are completely licensed to Universal Studios. So I kind of find it funny that they put the Simpsons and Marvel areas together in the back corner. So this really is the Disney section of the store. But back here they do have brand new Marvel merchandise. Right here, this really cool fleece blanket. It's $40, but there's the front design. Captain America, Iron Man, the Hulk, Spider-Man, and then the Marvel Universal Studios right on there. Yeah, even though Marvel is owned by Disney, Universal Studios is taking full advantage of the fact that they own the theme park rights to it here in Florida. So they will make sure they will put Marvel and Universal Studios together. But this new line of merchandise focuses on 4 main Marvel Comics heroes, specifically the comic book variations of these heroes. Of course, Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, and the Hulk. Great 4 choices to focus the merchandise on. So we got new drawstring bags. We got hats for each of the 4 characters. We even got glass cups for each character. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, my favorite superhero of all time is Spider-Man, so I'm loving the new Spider-Man merchandise. We got this really nice button-up with all 4 heroes on there. And of course, we got t-shirts for each one. Loving the Spider-Man one. Captain America, Iron Man there. Some other shirts right over here. A 3-ring binder up there. And then we got these new lanyard pouches. Amazing. And also a new lanyard. And I collect lanyards, so this might have to come home with me. Love this. I always love the Marvel merchandise that Universal has, but it's always been kind of basic, kind of plain, kind of nothing merchandise, kind of like this. It's been like this for years. So I'm liking that there's actual style. They're actually using the IP that they are keeping away from Disney. They're using the IP to make some nice merchandise. Might as well. There's also this zip-up hoodie. There's the front, and then the back design. Very nice. I love that. There's the inside of the hood. Very nice. This hoodie is $70. The shirts are each $33. So really cool stuff. Once again, I'm glad that they're actually doing something with their Marvel IP instead of just letting it sit around, kept away from Disney. They're actually making merchandise for them. At the exit of Universal Studios Florida, once again, for the 3rd time, Rip Ride Rocket is still open and operational, but Universal is wasting no time at all in getting the next attraction that will replace it open. Because right out here, they are in full swing of construction for the new attraction, possibly the Ghostbusters attraction that will replace Rip Ride Rocket. As you can see, that coaster is still running. Guests are still enjoying it. But the construction has started for the next attraction. All right, guys. Well, my phone is close to running out of battery. I did not bring a charger with me today. Absolutely not. Why would I? So let's just snap over to Islands of Adventure. All right, we're here. Yay. Woo! Let's go. Okay, as we make our way over to Jurassic Park, at the back of this park, will I survive? We'll see. But no, that's not the question I wanted to ask here. What I'm here to say is, earlier in the video I said that Halloween Horror Nights this year is worrying me a little bit. I am very worried for Halloween Horror Nights. I think I'm gonna go the Marvel way, probably. Anyway, very worried for Halloween Horror Nights. This is why. You guys saw the construction for Rip Ride Rockit. The roller coaster will officially close about 2 weeks before the start. Is that a dark cloud? Please, I'm begging for rain. The roller coaster will close about 2 weeks before the start of Halloween Horror Nights. That construction walls, specifically the one with the little Ghostbuster tees by the firehouse. Yeah, that's a big problem. Big problem. That area and the entire area you can see in this bio-reconstruct photo, that area is vital, in my opinion, to the infrastructure of all the queue lines for the soundstage haunted houses. So with that being blocked out, how are they gonna handle the crowds? How are they gonna do that? With Rip Ride Rockit closing down and the construction happening, that's gonna block off a lot of pathways and a lot of queue space for Halloween Horror Nights, the sound stages specifically, which may cause some problems for this year's event, especially because in this year's event, you know, in the previous years we've had a lot of problems in the community with too many young children and young teens and troublemaking teens that come to the event and they start a whole lot of hubbub. You know, I don't mind it personally, but it is a big topic within the HHN community that has been a problem recently. The only problem that I agree with in that argument is the fact that it is overcrowded at Halloween Horror Nights, a lot more now, way more. And this year we have Fallout based on the video game and mostly the TV show, but the video game as well. But also Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, that's going to attract a major young people demographic to Halloween Horror Nights. This Five Nights at Freddy's is such a mega franchise, and there will sure be a huge crowd coming to this year's Halloween Horror Nights. And so with the IPs that we have this year, coupled with the construction, or rather deconstruction, of Rip Ride Rockit in those, you know, very sensitive, very valuable areas for the Halloween Horror Nights haunted houses, what's that gonna look like this year? That's what I'm worried about. That's why I have some worries. We'll see. We'll see how Universal handles the crowds. I'm hoping they have a good plan for everything, but part of me just feels like they're just gonna be like, oh well, what happens with this year's event. Next year, Halloween Horror Nights next year is going to be the 35th anniversary of the event, and every anniversary year they always do something big, specifically with icons and the storyline, all the lore, and the houses and the scare zones are always really, really big during the event anniversary years. And we're gonna have the 35th anniversary Halloween Horror Nights next year. So maybe they're just kind of taking this year as the kind of, oof, we might have some problems here, but it'll be better next year thing. I don't know. I'm hoping that Universal has figured something out with both the Rip Ride Rockit deconstruction and the, you know, influx of new guests, the crowds coming in because of Five Nights at Freddy's and for Fallout. And of course for Terrifier. There's some really good IP this year. Even Jason Voorhees is a pretty big IP to be coming. So this year's IP are stacked heavily, and it's going to attract big crowds. You know, that might be the reason Universal pushed up the closing date for Rip Ride Rockit from September to August. Who knows? But they already started construction for the new ride in some key sensitive areas. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how they handle Halloween Horror Nights this year. All right, y'all, we have arrived here in Jurassic Park. We see over here at Thunderfall Stairs, they have the posters for the new Jurassic World Rebirth, but we didn't come here for no posters. No. Okay, first order of business in the exit gift shop for River Adventure. They have this really cool display here. It is the River Adventure boat, and they added this Velociraptor to the top of it. But this ain't just no ordinary Velociraptor statue. This specifically came from the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary tribute store that they did a few years back. My all-time favorite tribute store they've ever done. They brought back this Velociraptor from that store into the Jurassic Park gift shop, I assume, in its permanent home. And I love the little River Adventure boat right down here. It's great. And of course we have on the display shelf, we have some of the Jurassic World Rebirth merchandise. We have this weird looking dinosaur cup. It looks a little goofy in my opinion. Maybe if they didn't include the teeth and it was just the eyeball, it might be a little better. But when you turn around and see those goofy little teeth, I don't know. But yeah, we're here for some store displays. That's why we do this here on Sunshine Theme Parks. By the way, I know I haven't covered it yet in the video, but that T-Rex right there, that is also from the same tribute store, the 30th anniversary tribute store. That was a photo op that was over the toilet, and now it is in a permanent home here in the River Adventure gift shop, and she looks beautiful. I'm loving that they're incorporating props from that tribute store into the actual park. Love it. All right, so one of the new merchandise for Jurassic World Rebirth is the Dolores character. Her name is Dolores in the movie, but it is an Aqualypse. It's an interactive Aqualypse toy, $55. And what you do, there's a little switch on the side to turn the toy on, and you can pet her, and she reacts to the pets. There's a candy bar right here that you can feed her, and she will enjoy that as well. And she's also a shoulder buddy, so you can put her on your shoulder and pet her throughout the day. I think it's very good. Universal is getting ahead of the game with the merchandise for Dolores. Of course, one of the newest characters in the new Jurassic World Rebirth that I'm sure will be a fan favorite. And much like Grogu in Star Wars, Universal is probably going to capitalize on this little character here for merchandise, because this toy is actually very, very cute. Moving past Dolores and the Jurassic World Legos, nice. This is really what I came here for. Once again, from the Jurassic Park 30th Anniversary Tribute Store. It's the electrical grid, I guess, for all the different areas of Isla Nublar. That does not work, but you can go ahead and go down, turn them all off or turn them all on, just like that famous scene in the movie where Ellie Sattler was in the bunker turning the power back on, And then we got that Velociraptor jump scare. I love this. I could stay in this store for hours just pressing these buttons. This is amazing. And this is one of those little details that no one is appreciating in this store at all. Like, come on, our interview Jurassic Park fans at all. Seriously. This is the best thing in this store. No one cares. Nobody cares. But I care. I care a lot. And one final amazing thing in the River Adventure exit shop, as soon as you exit the ride, you see your photos. You also see another display here with another Velociraptor. Now, this one is not from the Jurassic Park 30th Anniversary Tribute Store, but it in fact is from the Jurassic World Tribute Store that they had a few years back for the to promote the opening of the Velocicoaster. They had a Jurassic World Tribute Store. But this Velociraptor has been recolored. It was a different color in that store, and now they recolored it in these tiger stripes to be the Velociraptor from Jurassic Park The Lost World, or I should say The Lost World Jurassic Park. And that is just amazing. I love that they did that. I love that they took a Jurassic World Velociraptor and recolored it to the second Jurassic Park movie Velociraptor. The tiger stripe ones goes perfectly in the theme here in this store. It is absolutely beautiful. Of course, the tiger stripe Velociraptors, I believe, are the Velociraptors that are in River Adventure. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. It's been a while since I've been on River Adventure, but either way, love seeing the Lost World represented here in this store. It looks great. The display looks great. Velociraptor paddock sign right there. It's the little things that I enjoy, but no one else does. But I love it. I love it. I love this. I love the grid over there. I love the T-Rex. I love the other Velociraptor. I love that they're keeping their props from the tribute stores and reusing them permanently in the park. Love it. There's the Loris right there. Love it. Now, there is one more dinosaur to see here in Jurassic Park, but we're gonna have to go over to the front of the Discovery Center over by Velocicoaster to see that one. So let's head there now. I love Spinosaurus. On a hot day like today, River Adventure is standing strong at a 45-minute wait. As it should. As it should. It is a water ride after all. Great attraction. I'm glad they have not switched this over to the Jurassic World version. Keep that over in Hollywood. Let's have Jurassic Park stay here permanently. We already got best of both worlds in this land with Jurassic Park and a Jurassic World ride. We got them both. Over at Pizza Predatoria, more Jurassic World Rebirth promotional banners. Love it. Spinosaurus. I could be wrong, but down here at the Velocicoaster gift shop at the Discovery Center, I believe this raptor statue display was from the Jurassic World Tribute Store. Could be wrong, but probably. Well, that's what the other raptor was colored in that store. All right, walking outside the Discovery Center, straight ahead we see this amazing photo op of a Spinosaurus, my favorite dinosaur of all time, for the new Jurassic World Rebirth. That's really cool. Love this. I don't have anyone to take a picture of me, but I will admire this. Velocicoaster who? Nah, this is a real attraction right here.
It is 143.
All right, so before I let you guys go, we're gonna pop into the All Hallows Eve boutique over in the Lost Continent. We're gonna look to see if they have other sizes of the shirts that they ran out of over at Five and Dime. Like I said earlier in this video, at the Five and Dime, they only had the extra smalls for the Jason shirts. So we're gonna just take a quick peek to see if they have any other sizes here at All Hallows Eve. I almost forgot, but here in the Lost Continent, they turned the Sinbad area of this land into a How to Train Your Dragon promotion for the new live action film. You can see Stormflies up there. There's also a lot of How to Train Your Dragon live action specific decorations inside. I'll show you guys quickly what they look like. You can get Isle of Berk merchandise in here. And this little gift shop has got some How to Train Your Dragon decorations, some cool posters here and there. And then right across, you can have a really cool Toothless photo op right here where it looks like you're riding on the back of Toothless. And then just down here is a little workshop, a little Hiccups workshop. You can see some of the costumes used in the live action film. I believe they're just replicas, not actual screen used outfits. You can see that's pretty cool. Toothless's tail back there. Some weapons. A lot of cool stuff. And that screen is just playing a trailer for the movie. Really great use of the Lost Continent. Alright, Hallows Eve Boutique. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Got some Fallout shirt. And so we do have extra smalls, but there is actually a normal small available here. You can get your pieces to your frame. It looks like you can buy the frame in full, yeah, right here. But I would recommend buying the frame at Five and Dime instead, because they will come unassembled in its package and not already assembled right here. So if you want it more like a pristine condition, get it at the Five and Dime behind the register. All right, guys, so my phone is about to die any moment now, so I chose the loudest fountain in this park to record my outro in, of course. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to follow me all over across social media, Sunshine Theme Parks, to stay up to date on what's going on around the theme parks. I mostly cover Universal Studios. That's no lie. I cover a lot of Universal Studios, but I still cover Disney. All right, guys, relax. I still cover Disney, but it is mostly Universal stuff. Anyways, thank you for watching Halloween Horror Nights. Very excited. We're going to get the next announcement soon. Probably this Friday, we're going to get announcements. Probably another haunted house. Probably multiple haunted houses. Probably the Icon. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we get announced this Friday. But another announcement is imminent. I'm very excited for that. I will see you guys in Halloween Horror Nights. I'll see you around the park. And I'm just trying to finish before it cuts me off.